Hello everybody, welcome to one of many videos I'm going to be doing about the current side event as well as various different grind guides. Just going to put you in a picture of how many you're getting of what different type of currency, shards, etc. So this particular video is to explain how to get snapshots, where to go, and also the final totals. Now we did go over this in Marvel Contest of Champions News show today, but I feel there is some discrepancies which I'm still waiting for Kabam to confirm, but let's go over the info. Now, a lot of you should know right about now that you can get the currency this month, digital snapshots, by going to various different locations, like going to the special tab of your objectives and finding there is a hell of a lot of objectives. I've kind of like put the number together, and including this one of 7 here, it's 39 objectives. Yes, that's a hell of a lot. Not ridiculously difficult, as we're going to go over in a minute, but also you have a solar event, which is very good to run in conjunction with your arena grinding. You can see that we've got the Sinister Six assignments here, which the stipulation is defeat a hashtag Sinister Six tag champion in duels or arenas. Most of the enemies you face off against are hashtag Sinister Six, and as well defeat a Sinister Six champion with a hashtag Spiderverse hero tag champion in duels or arena. Again, you can sort out by tags. Let's go over that right now. Okay, so we're in the arena. You just go to your tab right there. You go to filter. You go down to tags, add tags, and you'll put in hashtag Spiderverse. It usually comes up, but if you just want to just type it like there, drop down, and it'll say Spiderverse heroes. Confirm, and you'll hopefully have some. If you've not got any Spiderverse heroes, it does mean that that's going to be relatively annoying to do, and I would say that maybe there could be a bit of leeway there. However, though, because these reset if you've even got one, it does reset quite easily with these champions. So I'll just bash those 3 into there. We face off against some Spiderverse heroes. That's actually very handy as well, because you can double up on your grind. Because you click that, you'll go, okay, so what's coming up? Spiderverse, Sinister Six. First off, there's some Sinister Six. We need to defeat them with the Spiderverse. Hey, that's a good start. And also there's a Spider-Man right at the end. Again, as I said, very handy for some of the various different types of objectives that you might see. Which there are some objectives. There's using a Cosmic Champion, which we do have the Symbiote Spider-Man to use as a hashtag Spiderverse. And also we've got in our team using a Science Champion, which we've got with Spider-Ham and various other Spider-Men. It's a good way of kind of like doubling up. It's not the most ideal situation, and I would say that I'll be putting together a guide that kind of breaks down the objectives in a more of a clean-cut matter. But you get the idea of using Spider-Verse champions for this solo event against some of these hashtag Sinister Six and Spider-Verse champions right here. Right, there we go. So there's 2 Sinister Sixes being defeated and a Spider-Man as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't do any of the moves that I want to do for this. And this really helps with a lot of stuff. I mean, we could look at the next series, but if we kind of look at, you need to put that much there with the ranks, and not with the rank, with the milestones. So the milestone there's a good chunk of the SD cards. Not a huge amount compared with other areas, but there's a good amount to kind of grab to buy stuff with. We'll go over the totals in a moment, but again, just kind of go back to the solo event, which we're kind of talking about now. Go down here, and look, it's taken a huge chunk out because we were able to use the Spider-Verse champions against there, getting 2,000 points quite easily, with the total points being 8,000. Rotations of those 2 stars and 3 stars are going to be quite frequent, so you're able to reuse them in there in order to get that solo event smashed out. Hopefully so far, I hope you're getting an understanding that that's the process of doing this. When it comes to the objectives though, there are a lot more things to it. For the objectives, there's a lot of this thing like 20/20 vision or using vision in different kinds of fights. I'm going to start working on an objective guide, hopefully to put out tonight. It'll probably be the third video put out tonight, or it will be the first video tomorrow that looks at breaking down all the different objectives and some low energy targets in order to grab. I'm going to be going to various different areas like variant classics, the kind of like old acts, Act 1 right the way through to Act 4, and also finally some of the things like Road to Labyrinth and things like that. But the main thing is trying to find like easy kind of like low energy targets. You could also duel. There's some dueling options as well. There's an option that I found like right here, and you can do that if you want. Just like, okay, there's a low energy, but there's a 5 duel credit spend per day, which you'll probably wrap up a lot of these in a very short space of time. But this is Javig Sanville, who is a lower Punisher 2099 who you have to defeat. So it kind of like gives you that idea of like there's options available to do the grind to get this done. But as I said, I'm working towards something. Unfortunately, it may even be a case that what you'll have to do is either balance it out with the arena grinding in order to do the kind of fights against some of the Spider-Verse champions, or you have to do this month's event, so the new kind of like event quest that's out, and various other areas as well. But as I said, I'm going to try and put together an objective grind guide video because there's so many. I just don't want to shove all of the entire guide or information, bits of the information of the guide in this video, so look out for that. But let's move on now to totals, because you're probably wondering like how many total I can get. Now, based on some information on the 2nd of August, Kabambu said that there's Cavaliers get 15,000 from everywhere. Uncollected should be able to score a max of 13,200 from everywhere, and Conquerors should be able to score upwards of a max of 11,700 from everywhere. Now, what I've done is, and I have checked my working several times on this, so I will be annoyed if I'm wrong, but I do feel that there's some discrepancies with those totals. Now, I'm pretty certain my calculations I've got this right, but there could be some discrepancies here or there. Firstly, the solo event. Now, I'm pretty certain with this because it started off today, the 4th of August, that we get it once every 3 days, which means that there's one 24-hour that puts us into the 5th, second 24-hour that puts us into the 6th, and a third 24-hour which ends at 6 p.m. on the 7th, where we should then get a new refreshed one, which, you know, that's the 3-day cycle, which is being charted here from the 4th right the way through to the 28th, which is Kabam say here, it ends on the 31st, so that will be when it, you know, it's totally ended, which is the Tuesday of that. So that kind of like, that sounds fine. I'm pretty happy with that level of working. But then how everything kind of like puts itself together, I think is fine. 250 of those digital snapshots per time, totaling 2,250. Quite strangely, 2,250 is what is for Arena Week 1 to Week 3, and then we get another one. So we only get 2 arenas, not 4, just 2. And that's another 2,250. You're then adding in your objectives. That's where you get more stuff. Now, as I said, like I've literally gone through on the left-hand side here, like totaled down all of them, noted down all of them, double-checked it, triple-checked it, 5 times, checked it, and I've got myself like 9,750, which quite conveniently, when all added together, indeed gets us to a situation of 9,750 plus 2,250 plus 2,250 comes to 14,250. So I just kind of make it the 750 that's missing. And the same thing is for uncollected. Because uncollected you get a little bit less. There's some objectives which you can't do. I mean, they're kind of like on screen right now. If they say anything like Cavalier, you can't do them, obviously, because you're uncollected. But Cavalier and Thronebreaker definitely get the most that you can possibly get, which I don't know where that extra 750 is. I don't know if Kabam are using this as a top up, and as I said, I have asked Kabam about this to 100% confirm. Based on the information, based on the working, you know, where is that extra 750? What have I missed out? As you know, we were told by the forum post, and it would be this, and it would be 15,000, you know, for Cavaliers and upwards. So. Yeah, I, when it says everywhere, to me it feels like maybe we're getting some more currency from, you know, Cavalier daily deals, uncollected daily deals for players. So that's why I kind of think we may be lacking on it. Kabam have done it in the past. I'm sure they'll do it in the future. It's just very weird that it was just, especially with Cavaliers, like 750 is a very specific number to then go, not sure, should we have it like this and that. So yeah, we'll have to see close to the time. But yeah, that's hopefully giving you the information you need to go on of where to go, what to get, and the volumes, because, you know, we've got a very spicy store, and that's going to be the nice thing, spending all that lovely stuff in a spicy store, the Daily Bugle store, which looks a little bit like this. Also, for people that are wondering, because I have seen a few people wondering when it comes to here, the Mythic Crystal Shards, it does look like that there's some sort of, well, delay in it. Obviously, there will be a delay because the Legends event is not until the end of the month. But will it need and require more chunks of that Crystal Shard, upwards of 2,000, similar to how it is with the Legendary Crystal, or we assume to be with the Legendary Crystal, but more on that, you know, towards the end of the month, and depending on what your purchase habits are. But yeah, there has been a video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's put you informed with some of the stuff with this side event. As I said, there's more stuff I'm going to be doing in the next couple of hours, few hours even, and also tomorrow with the objective grind guide. So look out for that, and appreciate you. Thanks for the support, and don't worry, this is actually an alright month. It's pretty fun. Cheers. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to check out some of the stuff that's on screen right now. It's probably some tasty stuff you should be keeping in your eyeball faces things. Right, okay, bye.